My pants were riding up and up and up the whole episode. I was like, these are all the way up to my...
Oh my God.
You're still recording?
Oh, no.
Are we? Are those Abercrombie?
Welcome back to another episode of the Perks and Paving. This is episode 9. Pretty crazy that we've made it this far. I'm Paige, and I'm joined by Mark and Vinny. And we also have a special guest today. This person graduated from Deer Lakes High School with me, a year after me. We also go way back to the softball field, and her journey has been nothing short of amazing since. She was a former art teacher, and she this past year became a certified nutrition coach and F45 trainer. She's also a very talented artist and has her own small business. She's made 3 cookbooks, I believe, within the last year. So we are super glad to have her on the show today. And another surprise, she's actually our newest hiree of the Pavement Group. So cheers to Laura Gonzales and welcome to the show. We're so glad to have you.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Man, you can keep talking me up here.
Yeah. We're so excited to have you. But I'm sure, I know we put a lot of pressure on her to have her join the podcast the first day in the office. She literally was.
She's been here for 3 hours and 25 minutes. So.
Yeah. But we figured no better way than to have her join and tell a little bit about her story, and we can tell everyone else about how excited we are to have your energy and skill set on our team. So excited to have you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so I have a question way over here. Hi, everybody. Hanging out in the producer booth. What is it like to get drawn into a podcast on your first day?
Oh, wow. I'm just hoping I don't scare anybody away here. No, it's really exciting. I'm all about just jumping into new things, and I feel like there's really no better way to grow as a person, and I'm just really excited to keep challenging myself here. So, yeah, cheers to being on a podcast.
We told her like 8:15, 8:30, and she's like, oh, okay, but she didn't turn us down, so.
Like, I don't know what we're going to talk about, but let's do it, yeah.
Well, I want to know what the last few days of your life have been like, because for those of you who don't know, Laura moved back from North Carolina back home to Pittsburgh, so she's been away for, how long?
7.5 years.
7.5 years, so packing up your life and making that transition. Walk us through the last 72 hours or so.
All right. So I realized how much stuff that I have and just how much I need to get rid of too. Like, it's just ridiculous. But it was really great to kind of go through the whole house too, and just kind of take that time to soak in just the last 7.5 years too. And it just doesn't feel like it's been that long. Yeah. And to just know that I went through 6 years as an art teacher and then spent this last year and a half just really trying to figure myself out and figure out my future. And so as I'm packing, it's just like, wow, how has this time flown by? Yeah. And then here I am, starting kind of just my whole life over, So that was me all in my feels as I am trying to pack everything, and then my cat's just laying on all my clothes as I'm packing, and
I'm sure a ton of emotions.
Yeah.
I know I've told you, I know the emotions that went through our heads as we were packing up to leave from Florida to move back home. And at that point, we were transitioning just to doing a new PT job. So we weren't like switching careers or anything of that sort at that time. And for you to be doing the big move and career and, being long distance with Miles, her husband, for the next handful of months, you're a rock star. So we are so glad to have you. So
Yeah.
So we mentioned that, your previous experience as an art teacher and now you're an entrepreneur, but what brought you here to the Pavement Group? What sparked the
good
interest?
question.
How did you get here?
So should we keep it a long story or short?
We can keep
Let's
it
go
up.
long, baby.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
go.
long.
We got the podcast. Let's go.
Go long or go? No, let's go big, obviously. Okay, so Paige got promoted, and that's where I first found. Well, actually, let's circle back.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like
Paige left her full-time job right around the same time that I left teaching, right?
Yep.
For the same reasons, just found ourselves just not ourselves anymore, and working really hard to not feel that fulfillment. And as an art teacher, I loved it. That's what I always wanted to do, but it just, I knew I didn't want to do it the rest of my life. So I saw that Paige had joined this new company, and she looked so happy, and I had no idea what it was. But when I saw the promotion from our mutual friend Lauren, she reposted it on Instagram, and I think I just took a deep dive into social media from there. So I looked at the Pavement Group's social media, and I was just looking at all the people that I am with today. I'm like, wow, they look like they love coming to work. Like, they are having fun.
We do.
I was like, that office looks really cool. And so then I kept just taking a little deep dive, and then I actually found your Instagram, Vinny.
Pointing at me? All right.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was like, okay, so what's his artist doing here? Like, I'm an artist. Like,
Yeah.
what does that have to do with pavement? And
Right?
so
Let me know
and then
if you figure it out.
Yeah. And then I'm looking at all of your amazing art, and just the kind of tie with the Pittsburgh sports teams. And I'm a big fan of Steelers, Penguins, all of it. And so I'm just so confused at this point, like, what is going on? But I love every bit of it. So I reached out to Paige because at this point, I was happy with where I was at in my nutrition coaching and everything I was doing, but still was not feeling that good feeling waking up in the morning, almost feeling like not worth, I don't know.
Like there's
Just
something more.
Yeah, like I could definitely be doing something different and be happier. So yeah, I reached out to Paige and I said, I know this is so random. First off, congratulations and like on your promotion.
Yeah.
But I'm trying. My husband and I are trying to make our way to Pennsylvania, and your job just looks really cool. I don't know what you do, but if there's ever an opening or anything, I know I don't have qualifications. Maybe I do, but just let me know. And she said, that's so funny. You say that because I feel like you would make such a great addition to our team and you'd rock at being here. And like, okay, well, so let me know.
Yeah. And then you were coming up for Morgan Wallen.
Morgan Wallen,
a couple weeks later. So.
And she just said, yeah, like if you're able to come and take a tour of the office, that'd be really cool. And so I did. And of course, I loved every bit of it. And I got that same feeling when I came in here of just instant, wow, everybody loves it here. And just really wanted to do whatever I could to get here. Yeah. So I told you it was long.
No.
I think that's like a prerequisite for most of our new hires is not to have any pavement or construction experience. From what it seems like.
Well, I mean, we joke about it, but we just finished reading The Unreasonable Hospitality, and they hit on that a lot more in that book as well, of like hiring the person, not the resume. And as much as like we joke about it here, I feel like, that's so true. I mean, we've said it on previous podcasts, but we can teach people to do the skills if you hire the right people. It's going to make life a lot easier in the office or, in that situation, they're in the hospitality industry and a restaurant setting. And I truly believe that all of us are here for a reason, and it might seem pretty crazy of all the backgrounds that we come from, but I think that's what makes this place even more special. So
that's right.
Yep. Yeah. But yeah, I was thinking back last night as I prepared a little bit for this, and I was thinking it's kind of funny how it's come full circle because, you know, as you said, we were kind of both at a crossroads with our career, and, you know, not that like I said, we grew up together playing softball, but, you know, after college or high school, we kind of, not that anything just, you know, grew apart as, you know, people do as, you know, they move on with their lives, but we kind of reconnected and bonded over, you know, our mutual feeling of just needing something more. And it's kind of cool to see how it's come full circle and how you reached out. And I mean, that was middle of August when you reached out, and then you came in September and then interviewed a few weeks later, and here you are.
I know it.
How does it feel now that you're actually here? Like, this is your new office. This is where you're gonna be coming in every day. Has it sunk in yet? Or
no, not at all. I mean, I can't stop smiling, and I know that I won't. Just because it really, this is all I've really ever wanted. It was just to feel very happy coming to work, and of course still helping and teaching and doing all the things that I have wanted to do and have done my life too, but just in a different way, you know? So
I have a question for you over here. Sorry, Mark.
Go ahead. Go for it.
So my wife was a teacher also. Yeah. And she, you know, when she left teaching and went into, like, you know, her profession, it's funny, she went into like health and wellness as well. And, you know, that helped her transition out of teaching and into that. And now she's a stay-at-home mom, and she's taking care of our kids at home. And so she's like, you know, she's went through a range of change in the last couple years that, you know, so for you, because I watched her when she stopped teaching, she had like a little bit of guilt almost. Yeah. And like this, you know, and I know you guys have dealt with this as well, leaving physical therapy, because there's people that you care for, there's kids that you care for, there's, you know, a lot of change. So like, what are you doing to help process through that? Obviously, I think, you know, the smile on your face shows me that you made the right decision for your life. What do you do to continue to fill those cups that aren't being filled, you know, from when you were a teacher?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. And absolutely, when I left, I mean, like I said, those kids, they were everything, and I loved seeing them be able to create art and to know that I was that reason. So afterwards, it was definitely tough knowing, too, that there are just a lot of teachers leaving the industry, and there's a lot of not so great teachers out there. And so to transition when I was doing, and I still am, one-on-one nutrition, it was just like, okay, I'm still teaching, but I'm just teaching in a whole different aspect. Now I'm teaching adults. Now I'm teaching people who you know, aren't happy with their lives and allowing them to find their life again. And so that was when I finally came to that realization that, no, I'm still a teacher, just I'm not in the school setting. I think that is what helped me be able to overcome that guilt. And then now I feel like I'm bringing my creative juices back out and just being able to, because that has been pushed aside for a while. So I think now I'll be able to find it all, you know, things that I've been pushing aside. Yeah.
So do you have another cookbook coming out soon?
Oh my gosh. So
tell us all the things cookbook. These are like full-blown cookbooks, by the way. Like they are amazing.
We'll have to put
they are amazing.
We'll have to put the link in the description.
Yes,
for sure.
We'll drop the link and you can
purchase
one
Thank
of them.
you. Yeah, no, well, so the cookbooks, that was another, like, my creativeness coming out when I didn't really realize it. And being able to design a layout and put my recipes and create new recipes. And again, just another way that I was finding my artistic side coming out, even though I wasn't doing art per se. So to answer your question, I did just get a creamy, Ninja Creamy in August.
Is it amazing?
So I feel like I have to. Yes, it's amazing. I was like, is it really like the hype that everybody's? But yes, it is.
What did you say you got?
A Ninja Creamy.
A creamy?
It makes like ice cream.
You don't know what a Ninja Creamy is?
I never heard one.
No.
What, you don't either?
I haven't used one, but I've seen them. They look amazing.
Okay, well, I'm bringing it into the opposite.
Yes, immediately.
Yeah, I make like healthy ice cream, but it isn't like when you think of healthy ice cream, you think like it's gonna taste like garbage, but it tastes really good.
Yeah.
So I think I have to come out with a creamy recipe book.
Now I know why Brian really hired you.
Yeah.
That guy has a sweet tooth.
To bring in all the snacks. Yeah.
So what goes into making those recipes that you put in the cookbooks? Because those are your recipes that you literally fine tune and make yourself. Right?
Yeah. So when I'm creating a recipe, and my cookbooks are always, they have a good protein focus because protein is extremely important to have in your meals. But a lot of people do lack that. And so they are always going to be protein focused and then balanced. So I start with what is the protein source and then try to sneak in a fruit or a veggie in there. And then I want to make it something that people actually like. Because when they think of healthy eating, they think of chicken, broccoli, and rice. And while there's nothing wrong with that, and I could eat that, most people don't want that. Yeah. Yeah, it's boring. So I like to try to think of recipes like that people would think they can't eat on a healthy journey. So mac and cheese, burgers, fries, nachos, and making it a way that they can incorporate it into their everyday and reach their goals and, become a person they want to be. Yeah. So,
amazing.
That's the thought process behind.
Of all the recipes, of all the cookbooks, what is Miles's favorite thing?
Oh, man.
He's had a rough day or he's just super hungry. What's
the way to his heart?
Yeah. That's a good question. Probably the barbecue chicken mac and cheese. He loves mac and cheese.
Sounds good.
And although he's sometimes the worst because like I'll give him a recipe and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so good, and he's eating and he's like silent, like he's not giving me that oh my gosh and I'm like, tell me this is so great. And then finally he's like, oh my gosh, it's amazing.
I ate it.
Did you see how fast I finished it?
Mark does the same thing. He'll be like, I say, do you like it? I mean, you didn't say anything. I ate it. And I'm like, well, that doesn't mean you love it.
Plate's clean. I mean, what else?
You said clean plate club.
Yeah. So now I think he does it like on purpose, and he's like, oh my gosh, this is so good. And I'm like, is it though? Or now are you just saying that?
Yeah. Now, does he help you come up with recipes, or is that only you? And,
No.
He just eats the recipes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
He's the taste tester.
That's what I would do too. So.
Yeah.
Right? That is
right.
what I do.
That's right.
Yeah, you're the cook, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Mark cooks. I eat.
Yeah. there's got to be one in the relationship, right? Yeah.
If I was in charge of food at my house, we would probably have spaghetti, pizza. Like spaghetti would be like Monday night, pizza would be Tuesday night, burgers on the grill would be Wednesday night.
Okay.
Maybe a steak Thursday night. Maybe like rearrange those so it's not like.
I mean, that sounds
good
to me.
I feel like I don't ever want to spend time cooking, so I'm grateful that my wife loves that.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, she makes some pretty extravagant dishes. I mean, they look delicious. And her breads that she makes, breads.
Yeah, I've already decided in my mind that you guys are best friends. So I know you guys are friends too. But
Does
like,
she make
her and Lindy are going to be besties.
Like,
yes.
I
agree. I can't see them being good friends.
Yes.
Does she make sourdough?
She makes sourdough. She makes, she's going to kill me for not knowing like all this. She just made, I'll show you some, don't worry, I'll send you some of her reels. But like she made this like pumpkin loaf for like, it wasn't even pumpkin flavor. It was just
in the shape
of one.
The
shape of a pumpkin. It was crazy.
What?
She's super
And
bougie.
then like the pieces pulled apart really nice too. Yeah. And so it was nice. I mean, I wasn't there. I didn't sample it, but it looked like it was easy for like the kids just kind of pull a piece of the bread out and.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a potluck coming up. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You guys need to collab.
Yes. That would be awesome.
Please.
Yeah.
Love it.
Oh, you have a question?
I was gonna say first initial impressions of being here at the office for the first couple hours.
It was pretty chaotic over there this morning. I'm like, hopefully she like. Yeah, I feel like the first time she came here was very chaotic, and then this morning was also very chaotic. So hopefully she comes back tomorrow.
No,
this
first
is just
initial. Yeah, it was just I feel already like part of the family, I guess. Yeah. Like that I'm gonna just make some really great friendships and just as I said, enjoy coming every single day. So
I sniped Trudy with a Nerf gun like right
well,
outside your cubicle before 8 a.m.
Nerf guns away. It's her first day. She's like, oh, I got more like the ammo on Amazon for the Nerf guns.
I got like 20 bullets.
Yeah. I'm like, we are
your head on a
talking
swivel
Nerf
over
guns.
there. You think we're kidding?
Oh my gosh, it was so funny.
Yeah.
So what do you feel like you've missed most from Pittsburgh over the past 7 years? What are you excited most to have back in your life?
Oh, geez. I mean, I know it's going to sound crazy, and I'm probably going to take this back, but the snow and the cold, but yeah.
Boo.
Like, I mean, the first snow, every time I was in North Carolina and I would see the first snow here, I would just like, I don't know. Like in my heart, I would just be so sad.
Yeah.
Because I'm that like growing up, because I think more with North Carolina, the kids have never seen snow. Like if they've lived there, in the 7 years I was there, it only snowed once.
Oh my gosh.
And
How
the
much
kids
did you
went
get?
insane.
Did you get
It was
like
actually a good amount.
Okay.
Like school was canceled for a week.
They shut down schools down there like if there's like an inch of snow.
Yes.
Like for real.
It was crazy. But it was so exciting to see them so excited and just to like think about sled riding when we were kids and delays and just all the fun memories. Yeah. So snow just holds like a special part of my heart until, of course, I'm going to have to drive in it. And then it's May and it's still snowing. And then,
not. Ugh.
But yeah, I definitely miss that. And just the city. I mean, I still get butterflies every time I go across the bridge, and
that is a killer
you
view.
know, tailgating and just having watching the Steelers with people who enjoy the Steelers. You know, I've forced my husband into loving the Steelers, but
who does he cheer on?
Well, now them.
Okay.
Yeah.
He does.
He didn't really have a
team
before, so that was easy. I was just like, you kind of have to like the Steelers if you want to. But yeah, it's probably. And then, of course, family and friends.
Yeah.
You know.
What are you going to miss the most about Charlotte? You said Charlotte,
that's
right?
That's also a good question.
Oh, Jacksonville. Let's just call it Wilmington because that's where we spent most of our time. So it really became a second home. I think for a while I was so attached to Pittsburgh that I never let myself truly say North Carolina was home, and then it became a place. Especially when my husband and I got married, and then like that became our town and where we would go for date nights and just enjoy. So that the vibe is very different there. Like everybody is very relaxed and it's beach town, and being able to just literally say, I'm going to go to the beach today.
How far were you guys from the beach?
Half hour.
Okay.
So just saying like, yeah, I'll meet you at the beach and we'll have a beach day. Like that's just, I never wrapped my head around that, you know?
We got the Mon, we got the Yawk.
Yeah.
We got the Ohio.
Got the Gainey.
I'm just saying.
Do you swim in those?
No.
Okay.
I have. But
You have? I have.
yeah. I mean, I've been on a boat.
I have.
Jump in the water.
Yeah. Yeah, I have too.
Tubing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun
So you're saying we need a boat day on the schedule for
of course.
Brian?
Yeah.
We need a TPG boat.
That would be awesome. We would have a ball. We might need like the Gateway Clipper though or something.
Oh my god.
I think we want our own boat. Just wrap it.
Yeah. Oh, like
yeah, we need you to sell a couple parking lots. Maybe so you can get a boat.
Okay. No biggie. But that I know the feeling though with leaving the beach. I mean, I feel like you took advantage of it more so than we did because Mark doesn't like sand, so
Really?
we
I'm not a big beach guy. I would take a pool over a beach any day of the week.
Yeah, so
we also lived in a community right across the street from a pool, so why spend 45 minutes packing everything?
Did you guys have a pool in your community?
No.
Okay. So.
No, but we didn't take advantage. I mean, there were so many times we'd be like, why didn't we go to the beach at all this whole month? Like, we live right there, but
I know
it is a process.
Yeah, you have to like pack up all the stuff and find parking, and then all
your
the
spouse
sand
brings
everywhere.
all the sand in your truck, and you got to clean it out.
Yep. But it was nice, but we lived probably 15, 20 from the beach, and we definitely didn't take advantage of it as much as we should. Did you take advantage of the beach when you lived in North Carolina?
No, I was in Charlotte, so I was like way too far in. It was like a 4-hour drive to any shore.
Gotcha.
There was a Lake Norman was right up there. We'd do lake days and stuff like that. But I used to live at Ocean City, Maryland in college. And same thing with couple days, weeks. I literally lived like on the beach. I just had to walk to it.
That's awesome.
And still days and weeks would go by where I didn't go to the beach. Just like it's a hassle.
Yeah.
You know? So you take advantage of it. But I was actually driving around here the other day thinking about that too, about like we went to the Grand Canyon and it's like, oh my God. But like there's people that come over here from that side of the country, and they go, "Oh my God!" And every day we're just driving like these mountains or like whatever. You don't think about it; you take it for granted.
I know. Yeah. Maybe one day we'll take advantage of the ocean more when we move back.
Hopefully,
maybe.
We'll see.
But good
Paige,
stuff.
I was thinking about the show. Okay, and so far this has been like out of nowhere, right?
The show as a whole?
Yeah, just barged into your office and was like, what's the name of the show? Right? So I feel like it's only right. If you have a podcast, Laura, what's it called?
Oh, man. Oh.
And what's it about?
That's tough. I mean, I feel like I would have to play off of kind of what I have developed as my my group, my community. So it's called Balanced Life, and just really showing that balance in everything in my life. So I think it would have to be something along those lines. But then the other part of me goes with something with my maiden name. So my maiden name was Socksman. So something with socks. I don't know. I'll have to think about that.
Yeah. Next week.
Yeah. don't give it. He will make it happen. It was literally just a joke when he came into our office. What's the name of your podcast? And I like rattled something off, and he's like, "Okay, well, now you have a weekly podcast. Yeah. Congratulations."
Yeah.
He goes, "Don't feel obligated, but
this is happening."
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys came out the first time and were like, "No, we're doing this on the camera," and I was like, all right, we're doing, like, I was like, we're just going to do it here and there. And like, you guys were like, no, we're about
Why
it.
not?
And I appreciate that because,
why not?
People look at the media and like stuff in the world and it's like, just sit down and like, there's nothing to it. So, there's a lot of commitments and like, you guys, I'm sure have a to-do list a mile long that you're, stepping away from for 30 minutes to sit down and have a conversation. But it's important because, this is culture. This is like really, like, if we didn't do the podcast, you might not be sitting here right now. Like, you might not have seen the post.
That is so true.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
When you think about it.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Crazy to think. Just one post. I mean, I'm sure it was more than one post, but you know what I mean? Like, you reaching out because of you seeing our presence on social media. And I feel like that's been common with other people as well. Just like, oh, it seems like you guys are doing really great things. How do I get involved? And we're like, just has to be the right time, right place. So, but we're so excited to have you. Welcome to the team.
Thanks for taking some time out on your first day.
Thanks for taking the time and joining us. And I'm sure we'll have another segment once she gets her
we got to do a monthly
bit.
She hasn't even signed all the paperwork
yet. She might not sign it after But no, we'll have her on again once she has a little bit more knowledge of what her day-to-day is going to look like. And we're excited to see your journey and all that it's going to bring to you. And that is all for today. Tune in again next week for another episode of the Perks and Paving, where we'll have another surprise guest, 2 guests next week. So we're excited to have our guest for next week on the show, and ask any questions that you have. Give us your feedback on having Laura on the show, and we'll see you next week.